I am depressed. I have made the worst mistake of my life. I watched something that I wish not even my worst enemy were to lay their eyes upon. Today, I became the victim of Dragon Ball Evolution. Now, let me get this out of the way right away. I love watching bad fun movies that are so bad and silly that it's really fun to watch them. Now, I had heard that Dragon Ball Evolution was probably the worst live action movie of all time. But I thought, how bad can it be? At most, it will be silly and goofy and at least a little enjoyable in the end. But bless my soul for how wrong I was. And today I watched Dragon Ball Evolution, so you don't have to. But before that, these are the 3 best anime movies, and I will tell you guys about that later. Trust me, once you know what happens in Evolution, you will need these 3 movies to restore your faith in humanity. But I will talk about those later and watch the full video, otherwise some calamity might strike somewhere, someplace. So watch this video entirely. But hello there, my geniuses who willingly watch Dragon Ball Evolution and still have the audacity to call yourself Dragon Ball fans. It is me, Craze, the greatest critic and gamer ever from Ronin Realm, and today we are going to be talking about... Oh, no. Please, no. I do not want to know the names of the poor souls who had to work on this abomination. Dragon Ball Evolution is, as the name states, a Dragon Ball movie released in 2009. It was a brilliant, the best idea ever by the great movie production company Dune Entertainment to make such a good movie. With a beautiful IMDB rating of 2.5 out of 10 and a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 14%, Dragon Ball Evolution stands to be one of the most outstanding live actions of all time. Outstanding because no one else just takes them in when you're talking about anime. Now, before I talk more about it, let me get 2 things clear right away. The first is that I hate live actions. Like, to me, both Dragon Ball Evolution and the One Piece live action are on the same level. It's just a money-sucking strategy from dumb fans who will watch anything that their beloved anime creators throw at them. The fans are mindless sheep and the companies are money-lusted wolves. That is the reason why all One Piece fans are going to remain failures in their life. Anyways, so I might be a little biased and a bit too partial in the ratings in this live action, and if you have a problem with that, deal with it. Because whatever you say is not going to change my opinion. And number 2, today, unlike other anime explanation videos that I do, I will be spoiling the entirety of Dragon Ball Evolution because believe me, it's not worth it. Please don't watch it. Like, please, just don't make the mistake that I made. Right now, I am like Goku when he was sitting on the rock after the Boo fight, but instead of a sense of accomplishment, the only feeling I'm feeling right now is dread and regret. So, Dragon Ball Evolution. First of all, why is it even called Evolution? This movie is like the opposite of Evolution. It's fucking Dragon Ball Devolution. Let's get the good things of the movie out of the way right away so that we can talk about the actual movie after. Oh, but wait, there are no good things in this godforsaken movie. But what is at least okay at best is the ending song of the movie, and something that I actually enjoyed are Grandpa Gohan's one-liner jokes. He was the only saving grace of the movie and they fucking killed him. He hit Goku with such good one-liners, I swear to God.
Goku,
normal is overrated. And something more like 7 Dragon Balls must be found, or humanity's fate shall be pound, or something. He was the goat of this movie. But then he fucking dies. And how do you ask me? Well, if you have seen the anime or read the manga, you would know that Goku one day becomes the great ape by looking at the moon and kills Gohan. But hey, who says you need to know anything about the anime or manga to watch this movie? Take all the knowledge of Dragon Ball you have and throw it out of the window, because this movie is the farthest shit from Dragon Ball I have ever seen. I will talk in detail about these things, but let me tell you some changes that they made in this movie. Goku is not a Saiyan, Goku works for Piccolo and is a sex fiend. Roshi is neither a turtle hermit or bald, Bulma is hot, Piccolo kills Gohan. Yamcha doesn't have a sidekick, Goku goes to school and Piccolo is this. Getting the elephant out of the room right away. Yes, Chi-Chi does look good, but Bulma is goddamn hot in this movie. Like, I'm very impressed. Now, to the more insignificant things, yes, Goku is a lustful sex fiend. Like, not literally, but compared to the innocent and sweet as hell Goku we know, he may as well be a literal sex fiend. Goku's goal in this movie, his entire plot in this movie is to get a girl. Like, I'm not even kidding. When Gohan beats the shit out of him, the first thing he asks is, tell me how to get girls. Like, what did they do to you, my man Goku? And yes, Goku goes to school. He is a puberty-struck 16-year-old or something. I don't know. I don't know his age, and I'm not gonna waste my time looking it up. And he goes to school every day and is like a normal high school student. But did you forget what Gohan said? Normal is overrated and cringe. So of course, Goku isn't normal. Also, the pacing of this movie is so fucking garbage that it makes One Piece look like the best shonen. Goku gets invited by this pretty-looking girl who also studies in his, in his school and in his class, whose name is Chi-Chi. And on his birthday, without telling Gohan, he just leaves. Like, there was no fight that Gohan and Goku had before. No reason for Goku to not tell him where he is going, but he just ups and leaves. What? He goes to meet Chi-Chi and guess what happens? Poof, Piccolo is here and he leaves Gohan just barely alive so that he can talk to Goku before dying. Oh, also coming back to how Goku works for Piccolo and isn't a Saiyan, we'll get into that later because even Goku doesn't know about it yet. Goku listens to Gohan and decides to find Muten Roshi. This is also where he meets Bulma, and have I already talked about this before that Bulma is really hot? Right. They also made Goku this cringy teenager edgy piece of shit. And god, I have no idea how I sat through the entire movie. Like, I can pull up one of my old videos right now and I will cringe less at those than when I did watching this movie. Like, oh my, 16-year-old school-going Goku is like nightmare fuel, literally. Goku finally finds Roshi and guess what? He is not bald and did not have a turtle on his back. If Roshi is not bald, then he is not Roshi. Like, even the kid Roshi had no hairs in Daima. I made a video on Daima actually, which is really good, and the series is also really good, so go ahead and check that video out. That will restore all of your faith in Dragon Ball and how good and well reputed Dragon Ball is. But yeah, coming back, the Roshi in this movie is absolutely cringe, annoying and fucking useless. He's still a pervert though, so that's kind of a little funny. And then after some really pointless bullshit later, which is not even worth mentioning, they go and rest at Chi-Chi's house. Also, you remember Chi-Chi's father, the Ox King? Not in this movie, baby. He is completely irrelevant. Fuck that guy. Yeah, baby. A bit later, we cut to this one scene where Roshi is teaching Goku how to use Kamehameha, and get this, they fucking add elements in Dragon Ball. Like, I was confused for a second when he said Kamehameha Yo Mama is final stage of airbending. I was like, am I watching Dragon Ball or Headball? Okay, that was kind of a bad one. So Master Roshi shows him a red Kamehameha, by the way, and tells him to light the candles with it. And then, you guessed it, no you fucking didn't, Chi-Chi shows up and says, if you light all the candles, we can fuck. No, like literally that is what happens. Sometime later, Chi-Chi steals the Dragon Balls and turns out that Chi-Chi is not Chi-Chi and the original Chi-Chi fights the non-Chi-Chi Chi-Chi. And as the hero he is, Goku valiantly jumps in through the fire and beats the shit out of the real Chi-Chi. And then the fake one shoots the fuck out of Goku with an energy gun. But then this time, you guessed it, no you fucking didn't. Roshi uses the Kamehameha to bring Goku back to life. For that little time when Goku was dead, he sees Gohan there, and it just would have been really funny if Gohan just said, Normal is overrated, Goku. In the end though, Goku and gang, minus Chi-Chi obviously for some reason, go to fight Piccolo, and turns out, by the way, Chi-Chi in this movie is way more strong and useful than Bulma, but then Chi-Chi was never in the important fights. It is so funny. So they go to fight Piccolo, and turns out in this fucked up multiverse, Goku only becomes a great ape during the eclipse. He would have been really useful in Berserk, I'm just saying. And this time though, you absolutely guessed it. Nope, no you fucking didn't. And to be honest, no one in their right mind could. Turns out that Goku is or was an underling of Piccolo, and he was sent to Earth in his human baby form by Piccolo so that when he becomes 18, he will be able to become a great ape again. But that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Piccolo got sealed 2000 years ago and Goku is only 18 years old. So how the fuck did Piccolo send Goku here if he was sealed 2000 years ago? Anyways, talking about Piccolo, what the hell did they do to my man? Like, help my man, he did nothing wrong. But seriously, what the fuck is this? After that, Goku becomes the great ape and kills Roshi, but then Krillin comes in and cuts Goku's tail, making him human again. Oh, but wait, Krillin wasn't in this movie, was he now? Exactly. So how does Goku become human again? Remember Goku. Normal is overrated. Boom! With those words, Goku manages to control his form, becomes human, and with one last flying Kamehameha, I don't even know what the fuck that was, kills Piccolo. And to be honest, I don't even know what the fuck this is. And then for a very happy ending, Goku brings back Roshi using Shenron's power. I wonder, if he brings back Roshi, why didn't he bring back Gohan? Anyways, he brings back Roshi using Shenron's powers, which by the way, the Shenron doesn't really look too bad in this movie. To be honest, most of the auras and powers and CGI stuff in this movie did not look that bad, but everything else was absolute garbage. Oh, but wait, you thought that Piccolo was dead, huh? Well, fuck you, because this time some other random Asian woman is treating his non-existent wounds, and that is where the movie ends. And I just have one question. Why did my life not end before I watched this abomination? But yeah, I'm actually literally at a loss of words because of how horrible this movie was. The dialogue delivery was absolute garbage. This is the first time I've ever hated any character who had Goku in their name. The pacing was complete trash, and the only thing that you feel while watching this movie is anticipation. Anticipation of when this torture will end. Like, oh my god. You know, if the military starts showing the war prisoners this movie as a way to torture them, they would start talking within the first 10 minutes. Like, I kid you not, I was watching the movie for what seemed like hours. I tap on the screen and guess what? I was only 13 minutes in. This is truly the worst movie I have seen so far, and please don't watch this movie. I beg you. Like, do not make the mistake that I did. Please don't. That is really all that I have to say for today. As a casual critique, this movie does not qualify to be on the casual critique scale, but if I were to rate it, I would rate this movie a solid 1.2 out of 10 because of Grandpa Gohan's badass one-liners, and because a little bit of the CGI was not the worst in the world. As for the 3 best anime movies, which I'm going to watch right away after making this video, because I genuinely need it. On number 3, we have I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Probably the most emotional movie I have ever seen, with beautiful visuals and amazing story, peak characters. If you have not seen it, go ahead and watch it, but beware, it will make you cry. It is so good. Number 2 is A Silent Voice, one of the best movies ever made and one of my personal favorites. The character development in this movie, hating and understanding oneself for the mistakes you have made, despite not having good things, still doing good to others, coming to terms with your past mistakes and failures. This is truly one of the best masterpieces to ever exist, and a very close movie to my heart. And on number 1, undoubtedly the undisputed greatest anime movie to ever exist is Kimi no Nawa, or Your Name. The movie is almost a decade old now, and there still hasn't been a movie better than that. Literally, either in animation world or real world, there has not been a movie better than this. Everything in this movie is the definition of perfection. There is not a scene in this movie that you will hate. The visuals, characters, story, movie, starting, middle, ending, everything in this movie, pure perfection. And there will never be a movie better than this. That is really all that I have for today. Coming back to Dragon Ball Devolution, if you have not seen it, I am sure watching this video have made you realize that you are really lucky, and please don't watch it. Truly the worst movie I have seen yet, and believe me, I have seen One Piece movies. Give the video a like if you enjoyed, and if I saved you from the abomination called as Dragon Ball Evolution, and subscribe if you're brand new. Comment down below if you want me to watch something else equally as horrible, and share this video with everyone to save them from being the victim of Dragon Ball Devolution. 1k likes and I will do a complete uncensored review of everyone's favorite family-friendly anime, Overflow, and subscribe right now. How are we at less subscribers than Mr. Beast? Subscribe, we have to crush that number. That is all that I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and watch this other masterpiece that I made on the best rom-com anime of all time. It is a great video on a great anime, unlike this great video on a really bad anime. But yeah, stay tuned for more. Level up quick and don't be a dick. See you next time.